JD from New York here, and it is Saturday night, April 27, 2013, coming at you with WWE news and rumors for the week ending April 28, 2013. Now, I got some pieces of information this week. It was a very, very slow news week. I think it's been the slowest news week that I could possibly remember since I've been doing this on YouTube here. But I do have some important information on Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have the updated Extreme Rules pay-per-view card as it stands right now. We're a couple of weeks away from that. That's going to happen on May 19th. I also have news on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He was in the headlines this week with Michael Bay, movie producer. He did Transformers and he did Pain and Gain, The Rock's new movie. I got news on that. They had a little Twitter battle going back and forth. I'll tell you all about it. And the most important piece of news I'm going to start off with. A little piece of news I found out this week. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Will he ever wrestle again? Now, Jim Ross is always asked this question on jrsbarbecue.com, and he believes Steve Austin will one day wrestle again, but it has to be under the right circumstances. Now, according to Paul Lansby, he's an MMA fighter and a stuntman and a close friend of Steve Austin. He noted on Live Audio Wrestling, I guess that's a radio show somewhere, that the Rattlesnake is in great shape and would entertain an offer to do one more match. He also posted on Twitter, Steve Austin is in better shape than most might think. Last time they spoke, he would entertain the right offer. The only offer that Stone Cold Steve Austin should entertain, and he will entertain at WrestleMania 30, will be against CM Punk. That is the only offer that will be on the table for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin does not want anybody else. The next one will probably be John Cena. There's no reason for him to fight anybody else. But CM Punk is the feud everybody wants to see. CM Punk would be the best feud, one of the best feuds ever if it happened. And if the WWE fucks that up, I don't know how they can. That books itself. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk for WrestleMania 30. That's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I have a hunch. Steve Austin will be fighting Punk at WrestleMania 30. Jim Ross was in the news this week. He had high praise for The Undertaker after Monday Night Raw this past Monday. I quote, I mean this respectfully, but The Undertaker, in my honest opinion, has surpassed the immortal Andre the Giant as the greatest big man in the history of the business. Hashtag WWE. He said that on Twitter. I fully agree. I think The Undertaker is the best big man ever, without a doubt. Nobody questions that. He is without a doubt the greatest big man ever. Nobody has done what The Undertaker has done. Undertaker is one of the greatest legacies, one of the greatest careers ever. Undertaker may very well be the best of all time. Him and Shawn Michaels are neck and neck right now for best of all time. There's nobody, absolutely nobody in this business, in the history of this business, that touches either man. The top five is probably rounded out by Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, Mr. Perfect's up there. There's a lot of greats, but you'll never see another Undertaker, ever. Ever. The segment on Raw this past Monday where the Shield arrived in a helicopter was real footage as they had to fly from the SmackDown Live event in Cardiff, Wales to make it to Raw. Fandango and Summer Rae, his new valet, were also on the helicopter, but obviously they were not shown on TV. To get Fandango and the Shield to Raw in time, they worked the first and second matches at the SmackDown Live event. The Shield lost to Sheamus and the New Age Outlaws while Fandango defeated Ted DiBiase. That was a pretty cool segment. I didn't really know that before I found that out this week, so that was a pretty cool segment on Monday Night Raw, where the Shield got into a helicopter and flew to the arena to arrive at Monday Night Raw to fight The Undertaker and Team Hell No. The updated WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view lineup is as follows for May 19, 2013. That will take place in St. Louis, Missouri. John Cena vs. Ryback for the WWE Championship. That was announced on Monday. World Heavyweight Championship match, Dolph Ziggler vs. Alberto Del Rio vs. Jack Swagger. And a steel cage match, Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. I fully expect Team Hell No to be fighting the Shield for the Tag Team Championship. And then Randy Orton is probably going to be fighting the Big Show or something along those lines. Sheamus is probably going to be involved. I don't know yet. I don't have any news on that. But as soon as I hear anything, I'm going to be bringing you my Extreme Rules preview and predictions 1 week before the pay-per-view. So look forward to that. The Rock made news this week. A lot of news. Dwayne Johnson went abdominal surgery on Monday after sustaining injuries from his match with John Cena at WrestleMania 29. Johnson's representative confirmed that because of the surgery, The Rock was forced to miss the Los Angeles premiere of his new film, Pain and Gain, which is scheduled for release on Friday. This came out on this week's Friday. All right, he was pushing it too hard, Michael Bay said. So they interviewed Michael Bay, suggested that the injury stemmed from Johnson's wrestling. He said that the Rock pushed himself too hard. He needs to grow up and stop wrestling 300-pound men. Johnson responded to that by saying on Twitter that afternoon, "Funny shit, Michael Bay. Michael Bay joked I should stop wrestling 300-pound men. I agree. I'll switch to women." So that's what The Rock said in retaliation. Then Michael Bay, I think later in the week, clarified on his official website about the remarks he made towards Dwayne Johnson needing to grow up and stop wrestling 300-pound men. I quote, "Wrestling fans, it was a joke said on Entertainment Tonight with a laugh. You could see the clip for yourself. The most important person to see the on-air joke was Dwayne. I love seeing The Rock wrestle. I hope he wrestles 10 more years. I joked on air because Dwayne was not at our LA premiere due to his injury." Michael Bay has no say in what The Rock does. I don't give a fuck about Michael Bay. Michael Bay is a terrible fucking director, producer, whatever you want to call him. His Transformers films have bombed. They fucking suck balls. The first Transformer film was good. After that, they're just ruining the fucking series and now watering it down, and they're just putting the shit out just to make a quick buck. It's easy money for him because people are going to pay to see a summer blockbuster like Transformers. You know, I haven't seen Pain and Gain. I probably will not see Pain and Gain. And Michael Bay really has no say in what The Rock does. Like I said, The Rock is going to come back eventually. He's part of the storylines going forward for WrestleMania 30. I'm pretty sure of that. Whether or not he wrestles, I don't know. You know, I'm pretty sure he will wrestle again because apparently everybody says The Rock loves the business. I think he loves Hollywood more at this stage in his life. He makes more money off Hollywood. He does not really want to be back in the WWE for the wrestling part of it. He just wants to be there for the money, for the easy payday, because he knows the WWE, with his name attached, is going to make more money. So I think The Rock's motives are not there. They're not for the company. He's just doing it for himself, and that's my honest opinion. I really think he should stay in Hollywood. And the product really hasn't been as great as it should have been with The Rock there. With The Rock there, a big name like him, the product should have been the best it could have been. But it's been lazy, it's been stale, and nothing has been enthusiastic with The Rock back. He hasn't been the same old Rock. The promos are boring. His matches were terrible. The only matches that proved to be good were the ones against CM Punk because CM Punk carried The Rock. CM Punk carried The Rock to a good match. If he wasn't wrestling CM Punk, he would have had 3 terrible matches since returning. That's just my honest opinion. And that's the news on The Rock. Monday Night Raw's episode drew a 3.14 cable TV rating, which is up from last week's 3.08. As noted, Raw averaged 4.4 million viewers, which is up 6% from the last week's viewership. It was a taped episode, so I'm pretty sure people tuned in to see what the crowd would be. That was going to be a factor in London, England. Everybody knew the spoilers already. I didn't read the spoilers because I wanted to keep myself a surprise. I knew The Undertaker was wrestling. I wanted to see how the match played out on its own. But I'm surprised a taped episode drew a 3.14 rating. Usually when Monday Night Raw is taped and everybody knows the results and the results are posted online, it usually draws like a 2.7, 2.8. So that's pretty decent numbers for the WWE and Monday Night Raw, being that it was a taped show. CM Punk and Lita attended the Texas Rangers game. The Texas Rangers Los Angeles Angels baseball game on Tuesday. They were also in San Francisco Giants Park against the San Diego Padres on Monday night. I guess Punk is touring the United States and visiting several different baseball parks. I don't know. All I know is he deserves the time off. He gave his blood, his sweat, and his tears to the WWE. He held that title for 434 days. He deserves a little break. Let him heal up, come back stronger than ever, and bless us with his presence on WWE TV because I tell you right now, he's sorely missed already. It's only been 2 weeks. And finally, a little tidbit on Nikki Bella, one of the Bella twins. Nikki Bella is romantically linked to John Cena. Unlike retired wrestler Michelle McCool, there is no animosity towards her amongst the WWE co-workers for dating a top star. It was noted with some circles, or within some circles recently, that McCool had tremendous heat backstage among some of her peers when she rose to the top years ago, and that she was bulletproof because of her romantic affiliation with The Undertaker. And The Undertaker and Michelle McCool are married. They have a child together. This is no secret. Nikki and Brie, her twin sister, are well-liked among their peers, with organization officials holding them in high regard. It is also said that Nikki dating Cena, the twin duo, can get away with a lot. McCool has been greatly criticized over the years for taking the fast track to WWE glory after entering an intimate relationship with The Undertaker in late 2007, who she married, like I said, in June 2010. Many critics attributed her position in the company to her influential partner rather than her ability to perform. Months after her spring 2011 retirement from the Squared Circle, the four-time champion was asked in an interview why she received so much flack from her colleagues. And that's the reason why, because she was affiliated romantically with The Undertaker. Now, I figured that was a cool little story. I really don't care who dates who or who fucking sleeping with who backstage. You know, it's they're probably all sleeping with one another anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I found that to be interesting, and I knew for a fact all along, before I brought you that piece of information, that Michelle McCool was disliked backstage because of her link to The Undertaker. And The Undertaker is fucking untouchable. You know, he's the most highly respected man in this industry, in this business. And if you're dating The Undertaker, obviously, you're going to be bulletproof like the article read. And that is all the news I have for you guys this week. It was a very, very slow week. I had no other information besides that. I try to uncover whatever I can, and that was what I got for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not done so already. We are on our way to 2,500 subscribers. This channel is growing at a rapid pace daily. And if you, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, hit that like button. If you guys do not have a Twitter, you should definitely make a Twitter and follow me. I'm on Twitter all day long. If you guys do have a Twitter, the link is in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter for all the latest Call of Duty news. I got sarcastic comments about Call of Duty. I got WWE updates, all that stuff on my Twitter. So follow me on there. I also got Facebook if you guys want to follow me on Facebook as well. But that is it, guys. I'm out. As always, I'll be back on Monday with Monday Night Raw review, or Tuesday rather, with my Monday Night Raw review for Monday's show. It will be live this week. It's not going to be taped. So join me then, guys. I'm out. I'm going to drink some beer and watch UFC and watch John Jones destroy Chael Sonnen. So enjoy that, guys. I'm out. I'll talk to you later.